1900, one of our alumni, Richard Roland Thompson, received a woolen scarf personally embroidered by Queen Victoria to mark his bravery in the Boer War. And over a century later, we have the pleasure today of presenting a contemporary lace scarf to Queen Elizabeth to mark the first visit by a British monarch to our university since Queen Victoria came in 1849. The scarf incorporates elements of Boolean algebra, and it has George Boole's signature. And Boole, of course, was our first professor of mathematics, and his algebra formed the basis for modern computer science.
The idea of a lace scarf appealed to me, giving a lace scarf to Queen Elizabeth, but from my point of view it had to be contemporary lace, reflecting many aspects. Of course it had to be predominantly reflecting UCC at its best, and also modern Ireland. She was visiting she's planning to visit the Tyndall Institute, and I felt that Boole, who was UCC's most illustrious mathematician, professor in UCC, would be very, very appropriate to celebrate on the scarf in some way. Now, I was very lucky that UCC have fantastic archives, and I was allowed to use his own script from his own mathematical notebooks, which were written in this beautiful hand, pen and ink, and we don't do it anymore. And it was very flowing, very beautiful. So I tried to incorporate text in my work as well, and that does reflect lace somewhat. Now, going back to the idea of Irish lace, I felt it would have to be white on white. So I printed the work in white ink on a white silk muslin. And to basically emphasize his script, I then used hand embroidery. So you would have a curly M. I would continue the curly M in hand embroidery. Okay, or maybe where he'd have the little pi signs, I'd continue the pi signs, okay, and also the therefore, 3 dots, maybe French knots would fall out away from that. So also he pioneered, of course, his whole Boolean logic, and which nowadays is used in every single electronic device that we have. I mean, he was quite amazing, really. His legacy is incredible, you know. And what I wanted to do was look at, of course, the zeros and ones from binary notation straight away form a lace. So I wanted to have the zeros and ones emanating from his equations. So I have 2 layers of silk, one printed with the zeros and ones. Now this is, they're not random actually. I used the binary notation for 1849 when Queen Victoria came to UCC, I believe, for the first time, and 2011 when, of course, Queen Elizabeth will be here. So, you know, that's there. But you can see that through the equations. And then I further embellished that with zeros and ones almost coming out from the scarf and falling from the scarf as a lace. And that lace was made on the machine, and it is made on what's called a soluble fabric. So you make your zeros, basically, wash it under the tap, and you've got your solid zero left, and you incorporate that back into the lace. Now, I also felt it was very important to refer to our heritage, our textile heritage, in particular the Irish lace, the symbolism. And in fact, Queen Elizabeth's entire visit is very symbolic. Almost every move she makes has a historical significance in this visit. And I'm delighted that I actually did incorporate strong symbols in this scarf. In Irish lace, the 3 fundamental symbols are that of the rose, representing England, the shamrock for Ireland, and the thistle representing Scotland. So in each corner of the scarf we have those hanging and clearly visible.